Hi folks, my name is Joe Romeo from UrTek Solutions, and I want to take a few minutes today just to go through some of the features and functionalities that we will find in the mail portion of the Google Apps suite. We want to use the Google Apps for a lot of our mail. That's what we're recommending to all of our new clients and our existing clients because of its just full set of functionalities. It all lives in the cloud, meaning it doesn't matter if I'm using this computer or if I'm using a computer at the office or if I'm using a mobile device. Everything is going to be synced up perfectly. I'm never going to lose anything. I never have to wonder whether or not that email left from my computer at the office. So there's a whole lot of great features and functions that we will talk about and go through either on an individual basis with our users, or we'll talk about probably a little bit more in an upcoming webinar about some of them as well. Today, as I said, I just want to get some of the basics out of the way and give people a little preview of what they can expect when they get into their Google Mail. First thing I have to do is get to my Google Mail. This is going to be a custom URL that's typically set up by us and will correspond to your domain URL. So UrTek Solutions domain is urtek.ca, so mail.urtek.ca is going to be what I use to get into my Google Mail. Once there, I use my credentials to log into the service, and I present it with my inbox. So very similar to other email programs that are out there that you may have used in the past, whether it be Outlook or Outlook Express or Apple Mail. You'll find some folders along the left-hand side here. As I roll over them, I get a longer list, and I can even click more to get the complete list of folders that are available. We will talk in a later webinar about exactly what these are. They're not really folders in the Google world. They are simply what they're termed as labels. For right now, for simplicity's sake, we'll call them folders. On the right-hand side, we will find all of the items that are in our inbox. As I click on one of the items, what I will see is something that looks a little bit different to most of the users out there. Google Mail separates their emails into what is called conversation threads. And this makes it a whole lot easier to organize your emails because each of the emails are going to live within almost a grouping. So there's really three emails here. The first one's from Joe Romeo, a test email from me. Take some time to explore the features, and then here's the response from the UrTek admin, who's I'm logged in as right now. And then there's yet another response back from Joe Romeo. So there's three emails here, but you'll notice in the inbox, they only comprise one line item. So think if you have 10 or 100 or 1,000 line items in your inbox, that could really be 2, 3, 4,000 actual emails. Much nicer to have them organized out by conversation thread. It may look a little bit foreign. It may be a little bit getting used to for new users, but I promise you, once you look at it, it will make your life a whole lot easier. So take a little bit of time to go through it. Those are really all the main things you need to know about reading your email. The only other thing I would actually encourage you to do is, for the most part, when dealing with Google Mail, you have so much space, you're never going to use it up. You don't have to worry about cleaning out your system. So even if I want to get rid of an email, there is a trash feature here. I would always encourage my users to archive it. And what the difference is trash after about 30 days, it's going to go away forever. If you archive it, you're going to have it forever and ever and ever. And what that means is you're not going to have to worry, what did I do with that email last year? Did I delete it? Did I save it? You're never going to run out of space. You're going to have enough that there's going to be all kinds of room to do and save whatever emails you want to save. Hundreds and thousands and tens of thousands of emails, no problem at all. So I would always encourage people to do the archiving. Okay, so that's reading your email. If you want to write an email, very simple, very similar to any program that you've used in the past. Click on the compose button over here. Who is it going to? What is the subject? And then of course I just write my email. The formatting options you'll see across the top here, very similar to what you'd see in any Office program. You can bold and you can italicize and underline and change the color of the text. If you want to have bullet points or numbered lists, all of those are available as well. So you can make this as pretty as you want it to be. Once you're done, you of course press send, and off your email goes. The only other thing I guess at this point for this webinar that I want to talk about is just some of the settings that you may want to take a look at and explore a little bit, play with them, and you probably will figure a lot of them out. You'll find settings right here under the cog in the top right hand corner, settings, and you'll see across the top a whole lot of settings that are available to you. The biggest question I typically get here is how do I add signatures to my email? What you'll find is you scroll down in the General tab, you can just put your signature in. Maybe it's just to include your domain URL and then save it. What that does for you is every time you send an email out, it's going to include that in your footer portion of the email. So if you want to have a disclaimer or just your name and some of your contact information, you don't have to write it out every single time. So that makes your life a whole lot easier. That's really it. So we have writing and we have reading and then just some generic settings that are available to us. I highly encourage you to take a look at your Gmail or Google Mail UI and explore it a little bit. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to talk to us at urtek.ca, and we will see you again soon for another installment of our Google Apps webinar overview series. Thanks.